Adam West was born on September 19th, 1928, and he has just passed away on June 9th, 2017, at the age of 88 years old in Los Angeles, California, in the United States. This is a bad time for his friends and family. However, it's also a time for his fans to also grieve, because he's done a lot of great work over the years. As he's gotten older, he sort of stepped away from on-screen acting and went over to voice work, such as with Fairly Odd Parents and Family Guy. But it can be clearly seen that his greatest on-screen acting comes from the 1960s Batman television series, which is commonly referred to simply as Batman 66. And today, in honor of his passing, we're paying tribute to Adam West by reviewing Batman: Return of the Caped Crusaders, starring Adam West as Batman, Burt Ward as Robin the Boy Wonder, and Julie Newmar as Catwoman. As we begin, I just want to stress that this is not going to be a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the movie, no worries. This is mostly going to be talking about the technical points of the movie, although I will talk about a little bit of story, but it's not going to really be in spoiler territory. First of all, this movie is fun. If you want just a fun Batman movie, like with the Lego Batman film, this is going to deliver on fun, because that was the entire point of the Batman 1966 television series was fun. Although this is slightly more campy than the Lego Batman movie. Performance-wise, there's absolutely no complaints. All the characters sound like how they should, since they got as many of the reprising actors as they could to come back and do their roles. Catwoman sounds like Catwoman. Batman sounds like Batman. Robin sounds like Robin. And as far as every other character in the movie is concerned, they got a really good voice actor to impersonate the original actor. This movie delivers on every expectation that you can have for an Adam West TV show or movie expectations that you could have. The movie's animation is great. I can't spot one frame in it that doesn't look right, that doesn't fit in, that just looks like it's just not polished or just not drawn like the rest of the movie. Technically speaking, the movie is great. I'm usually not a fan of the 60s styles of bombastic music that a lot of TV shows from that era used. But the Adam West TV show kind of brings back a little bit of like nostalgia for me, because I've seen several episodes of it throughout the past 10 years or so, ever since I've seen the 1966 Batman movie. And this movie really does deliver on the nostalgia part of it. There's a lot going for it, and the music feels in place and very appropriate for every scene. If the scene is a little bit more soft-hearted, the music isn't as loud, and it's really soothing, and I swear I could go to sleep by it. However, in action scenes, it just flows through the action perfectly. The composers for this movie did a wonderful job expressing the mood just through the music. Even when Batman is hitting somebody and the onomatopoeias come up saying bam or pow, it matches with the music perfectly. There's no way that this would be done like in the 90s quite as well. Now, this film also has a little something bonus for, the hardcore Batman fans, the ones who know the history of the character, by sprinkling in several references throughout the movie. The most recent one is from Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight Rises, while the one that easily reaches the farthest back into Batman's history is the very reason why the original Batgirl and Batwoman were made. It's really impressive that the movie doesn't go out of its way to pull out these references, and they're just incorporated into the story, very successfully. And I'm not kidding here. It even gets to the point where Adam West Batman is quoting several other iterations of Batman, such as the Michael Keaton Batman.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
We're now at that point in the video where I'm going to be talking a little bit about the story. It's still not anything, spoiler territory, but it needs to be said. The movie does focus on fun. Fun is the goal. It's not a movie that requires you to turn off your brain like something like Disaster Movie, but at the same time, just be prepared for some really weird stuff that's going to happen. This is Batman 66. Not everything is going to work like it would in a modern day film, animated or not. It doesn't go with the same kind of gravitas that the Batman animated series sometimes had. In fact, be prepared for a lot of moments very similar to the Batman animated series episode A Heart of Ice, where Batman uses hot chicken soup and that defeats Dr. Freeze. Be prepared for moments like that. They might come out of nowhere, they might not, you might be able to see them coming, but they are going to be there. It still doesn't take away from the film, it just adds to it because that was the type of storytelling that was used in the campy Adam West Batman 66 television series and movie. But when it comes down to it, this film will have a lot of similarities to the 1966 film based on the Batman television series. There are going to be a lot of similarities. Basically, the plot is very similar. Batman and Robin have to go up the four biggest nemesis that they have: Catwoman, Joker, the Riddler, and the Penguin, because they've all teamed up to go up against the Batman and, accomplish their own goals, which of course, in this universe, it's going to be, thievery. Because there was a lot of stuff going on in the comics that wouldn't allow for, darker storytelling and certain subject matter, such as, things like murder and, mutilation. That wasn't cool. It was usually restricted to thievery. So it's a very simple story. And honestly, I would recommend it to anybody. It is for anybody. All ages. You can sit down with your grandparents and watch it. You can sit down with your kids and watch it. We're at the end of the video, and I'd just like to say, I would really recommend this to anybody. Old, young, whether they're into superheroes or not. This is a blast for anybody. Now, I do plan on making more videos in the future, and I would really appreciate it if anyone would leave any constructive criticism or comments down below in the comment section. And let's just take a moment to reflect on everything that Adam West has done as an entertainer. Since his death was announced, there's been all kinds of there's been a lot of people who's been saying really great things about Adam West. Recently in LA, a bat signal was lit to honor Adam West. That could be up for the rest of my life. I have no idea. I'm hoping so. DC has been releasing more Batman 66 related products, including Batman 66 meets the Legion of Superheroes, and recently Batman 66 meets Wonder Woman 77 has wrapped up. I would recommend reading both of those. Also, Family Guy is going to be, or has, I'm not sure, at this time, honoring Adam West. And I'm just glad that I've seen his work. He was a very great actor. Well, I'm going to be signing off now. So, I'll see you later, Internet.